Rise and shine. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is not the official first version, but this is actually the beginning version of Fishing with Double D. You know what I'm saying? This morning we're going to do a live version where I'm going to go through some of the fish, some of the bait, some of the lures, some of the hooks that I'm using. Here's my full disclosure. Yeah, okay? Here's my full disclosure. I'm not a total expert in what I do. However, if you've been looking at some pictures, there's been some expert pictures of some fish we've been catching. And so I said, you know what? At the core of anything I do, I'm a teacher. At the core of anything, I'm an encourager, and I'm a motivator and inspire, and I love to connect with people. So I just basically say, okay, well, what can I do? How can I help? How can I encourage? How can I teach? What can I share? So I do not believe that when you find something out, when you find out something good that can help somebody, that you hold it to yourself. Because I live by this saying. Remember this. If you ever on any of my motivational forums, you'll always hear me say this. I love people and I use money, and not the other way around. And so, because I love people, I love to connect with people. And my way of loving people is to connect with them and give them something they can use. Okay? I had a coach who used to tell me, man, Donovan, don't feed me candy and tell me lies. Yeah, I mean, tell me what I need to hear. Tell me what I need to hear so I can get better, okay? And so today's show, I want to wave to everybody on Instagram, out there on Facebook world. All right, today probably for about 30 minutes. I'm probably just going to be about 30 minutes. So if you got to step away, step away. If you need to come back, you can come back and you can watch the video all over. Also, I'm going to upload this on YouTube as well. Do me a favor. If you haven't, definitely go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and hit the notification button so you'll start to see these videos as I come out. There's nothing like you being the first person in line, you know what I'm saying, to get the prize. Nothing like it. So today, here's what we're going to talk about. Here's my disclaimer. I just started fishing about 2.5 years ago. And growing up in Camden, New Jersey, we didn't have much things to fish, you know. Matter of fact, if it was some body of water, I don't think you need to want to go there anyway. You might find something in there in Camden that you don't really want, nothing you want to get on your hook. And so my whole career, my whole time, I never fished until I came here in 1998 in Jacksonville. I still didn't know how to fish. And I had a cousin, Oliver, who taught me who took me to fish. We went out catching reds and all that stuff. But I still didn't know what I was doing. I'll never forget. I took my son, Zaki, out to fish one time at an apartment complex where I first lived in. I said, you know what, we're going to do this father and son bonding thing. And so it was a lake right there. And so I said, all right, well, I went to the Walmart or Target, whatever, and I got some, whatever I thought, right? I just got some hooks. I got some rods. I got some little worm. I got little different things that I knew. At that time, I wasn't booming on the internet to really find out how to. And so I used to think, man, you know what? The heavier I make this thing, the more I'm about to get the big fish. That means I'm gonna put all this weight on there and I'm gonna throw it into this pond or this lake, and I'm gonna go way down the bottom and I'm gonna catch the big fish. Well, if you know anything about these lakes and ponds, number one, they're not that deep. Number two, ain't nothing down there but mud and grum and all this other stuff. So I called myself being out there. I threw it out there. I'm ringing it in. I'm like, man, I said, you know what's that? We're gonna get them. I'm gonna put like 3 weights on here. You know what I mean? Like 3. So I probably had like an ounce or two, a couple ounces on that thing, man. And I'm pulling up everything you can imagine. And I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I kind of gave that up. So it wasn't until about 2.5 years ago that I moved. And when I moved, I met some people who, you know, were avid fishermen, fishermen, and they like to fish. And I was like, listen, can y'all show me something? I mean, let's start with a knot. How do I tie a knot? How do I, you know, this, that, and yeah. I got a couple fishing poles, but I don't really know if it's good fishing poles, if it's good line. I ain't know nothing. I don't know about the line. I ain't know about the test. I ain't know about the lures, the baits. I didn't know anything. So that's my disclaimer. So over the last 2.5 years, I just been on a mission. I guess it's just something about me that if I'm gonna do something, I make sure I gotta do it right. And I gotta learn as much as I can. So I watch videos, I read up, I went on the internet, I practice. And so here we are now. Now, my quest is to be able to go to any body of water and be able to catch a fish, no matter what's there, be able to catch something out of that body of water, whether freshwater or saltwater fish. And so this episode today, for the next couple minutes, I'm going to share with you my tackle box And we're going to open up. I'm just going to kind of share again. If you have some questions, definitely post your questions in there. I'll get to them. If I don't get them to them during the time we're talking, I'll definitely get to it at the end. But again, I just want to share. Just want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to get a part of it and just to learn for your own self. There's nothing like the bonding. It's nothing like being one with nature. It's nothing like getting away from all the drama, all the everything, and being able to go out and catch fish. Now, I don't like just sitting there waiting for fish. I don't like that fishing. Like, I don't like just sitting waiting. For me, fishing is I'm going out actively. Fishing is an active word. I am going out to get the fish. I know where they're at. I'm looking where they're at. I'm discovering where they're at. I'm putting my bait on. I'm putting what I need to do. And I'm actively going out to get it. I'm not just waiting for things to happen. I'm going out and making it happen. And so that's the way I fish. Okay, don't take me long to catch fish. It don't take me long. Now, it used to. It was some days that it was just, the day wasn't about catching fish. It was just about untying these knots, because my line used to get wrinkled up and I didn't know what I was doing. And so, but now it's a little better. And during these series, I'm going to share some things about that if you have interest in learning that. Again, post your comments. I'll do some videos on those as well. This is more informative. Listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is just more, hey, what do you want to learn? How do we learn it together? Let's go from there. Thank everybody for joining on Instagram, as well as on Facebook as well, YouTube, all that stuff. So here we go. So here's my bag. Bingo. This is my tackle bag right here. You know what I mean? I feel real good because I feel like I'm prepared, right? I got everything in it. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'm gonna pull out some lures, things, and I'm gonna go through and show you a little bit in there what I have. Now, this may be a couple-part series because I'm not going to win up all the time today. And I may go a deeper dive into a couple of them from there. So, I'm going to start out with bass fishing. Bass fishing, again, bass fishing, ponds, lakes, you know what I'm saying? All different things. You can go brackish water. You can catch the bass. Bass like to eat. Bass spawn. That means that they have babies at certain times of year, which makes them aggressive in certain time of year. That means that, hey, if somebody come around your bed, hey, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, get him. Then they're going to attack. Other times, again, you can kind of tell when bass, you can fish for bass in the morning. Matter of fact, for me, I like to fish anytime. If there's fish out there, I'm going to get it. And so here's some of the baits and things that I use, okay? All right, so I'm just going to kind of go through. Here's my tackle box right here. I want you to get a picture, okay? You can get a picture a little bit of that. All right, there you go, bam. That's one. All right, this is my soft plastics ones. So this is right here, just soft plastic. So I know I want to throw these out there, okay, at different spots, and there's different things. So, just going to go through. So, first thing, I got a worm, okay, big 10-inch worm, okay, actually about 7-inch worm, could be about 10, okay. This worm right here is a go-to, all right, not necessarily this color, but just, this worm, all right. And so you want to use this, when you go ahead and throw this out there, you don't want to bring it back real fast. You want to kind of bring it back really slow. Let it dry across the bottom, because again, there's no worm that's flying through the air. So you want to basically, here's a worm, you want to let it on the ground, throw it around different structures, or just throw it out there, okay? Just throw it out there. Now, here's the thing as far as throwing out these baits, okay? Let me share this with you. You say, how do I know where to throw? When you go out to a body of water, think about, if you're standing on the bank, okay, or the grass, think about a clock. And that clock is laid down. 12 o'clock is in front of you. So if 12 o'clock is in front of you, to the right a little bit is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock is right on the side. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. When you go out to a spot, here's what I want you to do. Unless you're throwing to a spot where you know, hey, there's like a tree or something like that. If you want to just pan, this is what I call it. They call it fanning. So that just means when you go out there, I want you to throw it at 3 o'clock, then throw it at 9 o'clock. That's straight down the sides. Then I want you to throw it at 2:30, okay, and 9:30. Then throw it at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11:30, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, okay, and 12 o'clock. That's called fanning. That means that you're covering that whole area and you're covering it at different depths, okay? So whenever you go out, you want to throw these things at those things. You want to go, remember, 3 and 9, 2:30, okay, 2:30, 9:30, 10 and 2, 1:30, 2:30, 1:30 and 11:30, okay, 11 o'clock, okay, 1 o'clock, bam, 12, you know what I mean. So there you go. So that's how you want to do it when you go out there. Now, you don't catch anything, then you move. You go to another area that you didn't cover, okay? And then you want to kind of do the same thing. All right. So we got the worm. Now this thing right here is called a Cinco, all right? It's another plastic lure, okay? They come in all different colors, whatever, pumpkin, purple, all that stuff. You do these natural colors. These are really natural colors. So if the water's clear, the water's regular, these are good colors. If the water's really dark or muggy and it's kind of dirty, then you want to throw the dark ones. So dirtier the water, darker the bait, okay? Now this right here is a Cinco, all right? And so the way you hook this is several ways you can hook these, okay? So I'll talk a little bit about hooking up these right here. I can have several different type of hooks here, but this one right here is kind of a football head jig. That just means that this thing right here looks like a football and it's a little heavier, okay? And then I like these hooks, good. So the way I like to do these, okay, I can actually bring it in a little bit. Okay, bring it in one side and the top. See that? Just a little bit. And then I want to bring it out the bottom. Then I want to bring it right through. Now I want to slide it all the way up. Okay? All the way up. And see, until now it's basically line in line with this, right? Now what I want to do is see where the hook's at right here? I want to take it through. I want to take it through. And bring it right out the top. Bring it through the bottom and right out the top. There you go. So here it is. Through the bottom, right out the top. Okay? This little divot right here, this little divot that you see inside the bait is just for this. So if the hook is kind of sitting down there, you see that? You can't see the hook. So a lot of times it won't get caught on anything. And so again, this is what we call our Texas rig. Texas rig? It's not a Carolina, I think it's Texas rig. Basically, this is exactly what a Texas rig look like. So this, I'm gonna tie it here. This weight right here on top of it will allow me to throw it out and allow it to sink down to the bottom. So I don't need any other weight because this is the weight right here. Remember, once it gets on the ground, I just want to go ahead and pull it on the ground. I just want to be able to pull it. Think about your clock again, right? If you throw it out at 12, you want to go ahead and turn your body and just drag it from 12 to 9, okay? And then reel back the slack back to 12, okay? Drag it and then reel back, okay? You want to do these with mostly all these salt baits. So again, you got the Cincos, all different colors. Like I said, you got your long worms. Okay, you also have your short worms, all right? You also have different color worms, okay? Again, don't get caught up into all the colors. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was doing. I was just throwing things out there. And if you catch it, hey, you know what I'm saying? I found it. So a lot of it's more about the retrieve than it is just about the color, okay? So don't get caught up into that. So again, you got shorter worm. Here's another one. Now, I like these, all right? These are swim baits. These are little swim baits here, okay? Little soft plastic. Again, you see it has like the little grub and stuff like that, the little rib. And this is pretty good because, again, the hook can hide inside of here as well. And as it goes through, this little tail right here wags like that. And that's attractive to the bait. That's attractive to the bass. So they like that. Again, it's nice and soft. So when they bite on it, it can feel real. Because sometimes fish just come and hit it. But when it's just going through, now this one right here, as far as retrieving, as you throw it out, you want to throw it out, it will sink to the bottom. It can sink to the bottom depending on what kind of weight you have it on, like I just had. And again, you just want to kind of bring it in. You want to kind of bring it in nice and easy. Or you can actually lift it up. You know what I'm saying? Here's the one thing I like to do. I like to lift it up to 12, okay? Lift it up and then reel down. Lift it up, and then I want to reel the slack back down. What that does is in the water, it creates this. You lift it up here. So now I'm covering more water. So that means that if fish are down the bottom, okay, when I lift it up, it brings the bait up about 1 foot or 2 feet up in the air so they can see it. And then typically bait goes back down to the bottom to go eat. So that does it there. So look, I got a green one. I got a white one. I got a white one as well. All right. Now next thing. All right. Got a little lizard. All right. Here's a little lizard. Now I'm going to hook this up the same type of way that I hook the other ones up. All right, let me see. So I have different types of hooks and stuff. All of them do not have that heavy head on it right there, right? So I'll give you two comparisons, right? Here's two different hooks. Same type. I like these hooks better than anything, except just the J ones, the ones that look like a big J, the little circle one. I mean, I like this. See how it has that circle bend in it? I like that. This has a little weight on it right at the top, so you can see. This one right here is more weight, so it can get it down further. If there's, weeds or there's little grass, it can get into the grass, versus this, it kind of is not really heavy. So you can use either one of these. You can use any of these for any of these soft plastics, okay? So the next one with this lizard is the same thing. So remember, with the lizard, the way you want to hook these things, all right? All right, I think it's Texas Red, Carolina. I'm messing it up. And somebody type it in there. You know exactly which one it is. All right, so same thing. I want to come right at the top. See this right here? I want to come at the top and go in this far, just up to there, and want to bring it back out. So bring it in, and then bring it out the bottom. Okay? Now I want to slide up to the top, and then I want to flip the bait over. Okay? I want to flip it over, and then bring it back through the top. Okay? So all I did is, remember, I put it through now, just flipped it over. Now here it is again. I'm doing the same thing. Now I'm bringing it through the bottom, up to the top, and here you go. So there it is. Now you'll see that the hook is just barely showing. So what happens, the reason why I like this hook is because once a fish try to hit it, watch what happens when they try to hit the soft part. See, that hook gets exposed. And when that hook gets exposed, it's more likely to catch them. You know what I'm saying? It's more likely to catch the fish and hook the fish. See that? See, once he goes to hit it and this soft bait moves, that hook becomes more exposed, okay? So again, we're just trying, at the end of the day, I'm not out there just trying to throw it around and say, hey, I threw it out there. I want to catch it. So again, lizards, you can throw anything. You can throw any of these things. You can throw any of them, all right? And at the end, like I said, I'm going to share with you my top 5 ones that I'm catching, some of the largest fish, the 8-pounders, 7-pounders, 6-pounders, 5-pounders. I'm gonna show you that as well. All right, so that's a lizard. All right, this one right here, man, I love these. These are really cool because these tails right here, they kind of waggle in the air. So once it hits in the air, in the water, and it comes down and it kind of, you'll see it, right? If you use a fish, you'll probably bite that too, right? I cook it up the same way. In the top, bring it through, turn it around, and bring it right back at the top. I do it the same thing, the same type of Texas rig, okay? I want to do the same thing. So again, here's another one that I use, all right? Just so you know, different colors now, same thing, different colors. Got same thing, different color. Remember, dark water, muddy or water, natural water, okay? So again, same type of thing. Now here's a nice little lizard. I like these too, right? This is a different one, another one. So again, all these little things, I ain't know nothing about this stuff, but I just kept trying out, kept looking, reading, this, that, and the other. So it's the same thing. I hook this up the same exact way. Again, all right, I'll show you. Where'd it go? I'll show you again. I'll show you again. Remember, I want to go through, here's the top. The top is over here. Here, down the top a little bit. Bring it out under the bottom of it, right? Push it all the way up. Push it all. Now see how it's pointing out? I'm just going to turn it and face it back to the bait. I remember when I was doing it, I wish somebody was showing me this stuff. It would have saved me a lot of headache. But nothing like learning the lessons of life, right? Going through it. Now, once I get it, now I flip it back into itself. Flip it back. Okay. And there you have it. All right. If you find yourself getting hooked up a lot and you're using these baits, what you can do is you can just hide the hook just the hook tip by just poking it right inside of the bait. So that way, you see that? So now you can't really see it. It's just hid inside of there. All right, so there you have that. Also have these other lizards as well. All right, so again, that's kind of my soft tackle, okay? Moving on, all right, moving on. So, I also got these as well. Again, these look like little crawfish here. All right, man, with the little waggle, the little tails, okay? And these, again, it's the same type. Remember, you can drag it 12 to 9, reel back, or you can lift it up and then back down. All right. Okay. A lot of times you can kind of do that depending on how the fish are biting. I got these, same thing, different color. All right. All right. Here you go. Listen, we try to throw everything out there. All right. So that covers just some of my soft lures. All right. And remember, we're doing freshwater today, soft lures. Okay. A couple other things now we have. Here's some of my favorite. Okay. Here we go. Are some swim baits. Swim baits. All right. Here's some swim baits. All right, so here this looks like a shad. Shad is what's in the water, okay? And so this right here, there's several different kinds. It looks like this. They have a paddle tail. Remember that paddle tail that's going through, okay? Really creates some type of aversion for the fish. And then this hook on the top right here, this hook, like I said, once it goes to bite it, largemouth, they'll bite it. And then once they bite it, You know what I mean? You feel it. You set the hook. You just kind of swing it to the side, sweep it, and then guess what? Now you got your fish on it. All right. And so again, I love these. I love these swim baits like this. And the way you retrieve this is you throw it out there and you just bring it back. I mean, you just bring it back 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, and you just bring it back. Now, as you do it, you could try different times. You can try different tempos. First time, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Another time, you don't get a bite on there, throw it out, same thing, 1,000, 2. You know, just try different speeds because guess what? Sometimes you ever have kids in the morning, some of them just, they got all this energy. Well, that's the ones we want if you bring it back fast. Or you got some of them like, man, I'm tired, man, I just had a big meal. And you bring it across slow, they still get it. So again, different retrieval speeds, but again, these are very, very good down here. These are very good, all right? So I have several types, all right? I have this one, okay? So I have this one, looks like this. And almost look like sunfish here. There you go. What else I got? I got this one, a white one. All right, got a white one as well. What else I got? And I got this one right here. I've caught bass on this one, right? But this right here could be more like saltwater, okay? Because more fish in saltwater looks a little bit more like this. But, you know, again, another swim bait. These ones right here, okay? I like these. These are very nice. You see how there's all these ridges in it? That in the water, it just looks like it's disjointed. So it just looks like it's moving a whole lot as it gets through there. But again, it's another swim bait. You can just get you some and just try it out. You never know. Yeah, I mean, who says the experts are the expert at what they do? You become the expert at what you do. And then you'll be doing a video next talking about that, all right? So those are some of my swim baits as well. Now, I do have some of my minnows, okay? These are just really soft. And what I'll do is I'll hook these up to a jig head, meaning, you're like, what are you talking about, man? This dude talking this fish talk. This is a jig head. This is a jig, and it's a jig head. That's it. It looks like a head, and it's a jig head, right? J for jig. All right, and all I do with this one right here is I just bring this through the top, okay? I bring it through the top, and then I bring it all the way down to the sides of the hook, and there it is, just like that. See, so there it is. So, and that's perfectly fine. You say, wait a minute, but 2 eyeballs are there. It don't matter. You know what I mean? So this is how you do it. It's very much like the swim bait. Once the fish get it, there you go. Sometimes they'll bite at the back. You'll feel it. All right. But it won't be a big enough because they'll just bite it. Sometimes bite this off or just nip it from there. But when they bite it, they bite it. Okay. So that is a minnow. Okay. Now here's something else, baby. Yeah. So we talk about swim baits. We want to catch some big ones. Bam. Oh yeah, we're gonna give it to you. We ain't playing any games. I have a few of these. These are nice ones. So compared to the other swim baits, look at this. Here you go. See, I'm not out there fishing just for the kids. I want the grandpa. You know, I want the grandpa. So again, largemouth and stuff, they can bite these because they open their mouth and they can swallow it and they can bite it. And so again, if I'm gonna be out there for 30 minutes, an hour, I want to catch some big ones. Okay, and so I want the ones that says I'm big enough and I'm bad enough and ain't nobody gonna come around my area, and I want him to be bold that day because I got something for him. And so there you have it. Those are some of my saw plastics. Those are some of my swim bait as well. Remember I talked about the hooks. I have all different types of hooks. Okay, this is kind of a football head. All right, it's a heavier weight. I love these hooks. Okay, the little jig head, you see it right there. Okay, you got sometimes just got a regular J hook. Those are the ones I said I don't use as much, but you can use them, no problem. All right, you also have again these other type of worm hooks as well, which I like, meaning the shape of it, I like it. It's a greater level of hook rate for the fish when you use these, okay? So, but everybody again has their own preference. So there you have it. So listen, so what did I go through? I went through salt plastic. I'm gonna go through one more thing. Another time I'll do some saltwater fishing, saltwater lures as well. All right. So now we're into some. I forgot these. Rattle traps, baby. Oh, now we're getting into some of the harder lures. Okay. Next thing is called rattle trap. All right. These rattle traps. The reason why they call them rattle traps, you hear a little jingle inside. All right. These hooks right here, treble hooks. They're treble hooks for real. You know, you get hooked on these things. So all the fish got to do with these, as you're bringing it back, just like a swim bait, just bringing it back, okay? Bringing it back nice and easy. You can lift it up You can let it go down. You can lift it up, reel it down. When a fish hit this, what you're hoping for, not that he gulps it, but that even as he bumps into it or just checks it out, he gets hooked. And once he gets hooked, you know what I mean, you kind of sweep. You don't have to set. You just sweep it just to keep the line tight, and you start to reel them in. So I have several different rattle traps, okay, for different types. All right, but again, you never know. Throw it out there. I mean, I don't get too much into all the other details. You catch a fish, you catch a fish. Hey, it works. Now you become an expert. And so the next thing, okay, this last one I'm going to talk about, you guys, for the remaining of our time. Then I'm going to tell you what my favorite ones were, exactly the ones that I caught the big fish, the 8-pounder, 6-pounder, just this week, okay? So we'll kind of go from there. All right, so here we have a couple things. We call this is a chatterbait here. So you'll see that little shield right there in the front. As it goes through the water, it sends vibrations. It just sends vibrations back and forth. And fish live by sight and they live by the feeling. So again, this thing right here will show a little vibration. It'll vibrate the water and it creates some type of echoing for the fish, okay? And then this right here is kind of skirt with the hidden hook, okay? You have that. And again, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna bring that back the same way. You can twitch, pause. That means I'm gonna just twitch, and then let it sit. Pull it a couple times, let it sit. Or sometimes you could just reel it in. Okay, when you go out there, you want to do everything. You want to throw it out, bring it in. You want to throw it out, lift it up, let it fall down. Okay, lift it up, reel down. You also want to, just again, twitch, pause. You want to try a different retrieval because you never know. All right, so again, this is basically chatterbait. A chatterbait here. We also have some other things here that are very similar. Okay, little jigs and stuff like that. It looks very similar. It looks very, very similar. But this stuff right here, you can throw these right here. You see this right here? This protects against weeds. You can throw this where there are weeds. Because remember, fish like to hide underneath stuff. And so they hide underneath. You want to get something down in there that just falls down in there and coming through a little bit. And it's like, oh, okay, that looks like a bug or something like that. Then they go ahead and bite it, all right? So here's one of the favorites that most people, a couple favorites that people like. This is called a chatter, you know what I'm saying? This is a buzz bait. So as it goes through, you know what I'm saying? This is like, this goes through the water. It creates a buzz, but it also vibrates the water, and then the fish sees this. For some reason, like I said, this looking like it's going through, looks like a jellyfish, right? But as it's coming through the water, fish likes that, all right? So I'm not asking any questions. I'm gonna give them what they want, right? And so this right here, this is a buzz bait. This is a spinnerbait, okay? This is a bass favorite, spinnerbait. I just have this color. It comes in all different colors, right? The brown, the green, and everything, white, whatever, black and blue. So again, this is another big one. These spinnerbaits are key because it brings the light from the sun or whatever it is, tends to reflect off of these spinners right here. And so fish see that and they're like, oh, okay, what's that over there? And then they see this. And when they see this, they see the eyeballs, they see the little skirt, and they come and get it. All right, so here's a spinnerbait from here. All right, here's another favorite people like is frogs. Frogs are good to throw at any type of, for bass, again, maybe about 5 feet to the bank. That just means next to the shore, 5-10 feet out, whatever it may be, over cover, because bass just like to go underneath. Okay, they like to come up and get the bait. And when they get this bait and they get a frog, you gotta let them set the hook. So that means once he get it, a lot of times we think, oh, let me get it. Nope. When they get a frog, let them get it, count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, and then set the hook. Because you'll see these hooks are really, these hooks are kind of hidden. Okay, and so it has to really get in there. Oh, good job, Don. for it to really set, and then you pull it in there, okay? You want to swallow. So frogs are great. I have all different types of frogs. There's some frogs that you speed across the water. There's some frogs that, like this one is a popper one. So that means when I pull it, it makes a bubble of water, bloop, bloop, and then it goes, then it goes and it sits. Okay, so these are this one. This is more of a speed one. Go from there. And the last few that we have, we're gonna get to our crankbaits. These are crankbaits. These are, okay, when you go out to any body of water, okay, these things are called crankbaits because at the end of the day, you are doing something called cranking them through the water. And so there's different types of crankbait. There's crankbaits for shallow, and then there's crankbaits for deeper. Okay, here's how you're gonna tell the difference, okay? You're gonna tell the difference in the lip. Okay, this one right here, okay, it has a small little It has a small little lip, but it's also bent down. This is for something about 2 to 4 degrees in 2 to 4 feet in water. So that means that this one, when you're cranking it back, when you're just bringing it back, this one right here, you just want to keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling, and it'll stay about a certain depth, and the top of it will wiggle, and that attract the fish. And again, treble hooks, we want some treble. This one right here, this long one. All right, this is a deeper crankbait. So that means that as you're pulling this through the water is coming against this right here, and it's making it go deeper into the water. And that's what fish like, because it starts to bounce off the bottom, bounce off the bottom, bounce off the bottom. Plus this lip, this long lip, helps it get away from all the dirt and the grum from on the bottom. Okay, so the longer the lip, the more protected it is at the bottom, okay? But again, the straight one, the long one, is a deeper one. And so again, sometimes you may get to a lake and it may be a deeper lake, deeper pond, and you want to try to check it out and get down there. So here's your crankbait, here's your shallow crankbait, from there. All right, and then the last couple, again, we have all different types. Boom, boom. The last different one, okay, we have these minnows. If I can get one of these off of here. You have these minnows. Here you have it right here. All right. And this minnow is Rapella, and I love Rapella as well. They seem to do a great job. Okay, so this nice little minnow with the treble. So it's more of a jerk bait. So what's going to happen is I'm going to reel on this thing 3 times, like 1, 2, 3. And what it's going to do, it's going to shoot down to a certain depth. Okay, and it's going to get in the sight of the fish, and then it's going to come back up to the top a little bit. It's going to shoot, and then it's going to come back up. And I think fish love that because they see it and it gets their attention, and then they see a fish that looks like it's kind of injured or hurt, and then they come and they try to smash it from there. All right, and so there you have it, you guys. And again, of course, I have my top water stuff. My top water stuff in terms of all my you can have your top water. I got this this heading, this bait right here. Okay, this right here is a spook. You have your spooks. Spooks are just things that's on top of the water. And so again, when you kind of pull them back, pull like that, then what happened? It just kind of give a wag the dog action. That means it just kind of go left, right, left, right, left, right. And to fish, it looks like, hey, there's something hurt, and let me go try to get them. I mean, don't people like to kick you when you're down, man? These fish like to kick these fish when they're down. So there you have it, you guys. All right, so now real quick, I told you I'll give you my 5. My 5 or my top, which ones I caught the biggest ones with, the biggest fish, the big fish. All right, so here we go. Starting with number 1, the biggest fish that I've caught was on this right here. Biggest fish I caught was on this. Okay, this little lizard. Okay, I caught an 8-pounder on this right here. Okay, so here's number 1. I caught the largest one. Another one I caught, the biggest one I caught the other day was, again, right here on this swim bait. I caught a lot on this one. All right, so this swim bait right here, this shad. All right, I also caught on my Cinco. Okay, I caught it on this right here. So this is my number. Here's my number 3. My number 3 top bait as well. Let me see, where's my other ones that I like that I caught? Oh, my rattle trap. My rattle trap. Can't go wrong with these. This is number 4. Rattle trap can catch anything. You can catch freshwater, saltwater, whatever. You know what I mean? With a rattle trap there. And number 5. Okay, number 5, the one that I caught. Some of my biggest fish has been on my Rapella minnows. Okay, on these right here. All right, because again, fish see it and they say, I'm gonna go get it. So, listen, I hope this has been good for you guys. I hope this has been informative. I hope you go out there and crush it. No longer is fishermen just for those that grew up fishing, but you can learn at whatever age you want. Okay, all you gotta do is get out there. For me, I've been enjoying fishing because it really gives me an opportunity to kind of be one with myself, get to know nature. But at the same time, because I do a lot of events, a lot of motivational speaking, a lot of stuff pouring out. What fishing does, it gives me an opportunity just to regroup. It allows me just to meditate. It allows me just to kind of get to myself. Or if I'm with somebody, I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm in my own little world there as well. And it's also a competitive thing for me. I like to go out there. It's a challenge. I like to be able to go out to any body of water and I like to kill it and I like to get it. And I like, listen, man, you mine today, you know? And so listen, any questions? Post your questions. Like I said, post your questions that you have, okay? Post any questions that you have about today. Again, you'll continuously see me out there. I posted a couple videos the other day. I posted them on Instagram and I also posted them on Facebook. I went through different lures and I showed you the fish that I caught while I was using those lures as well. And so, again, whatever questions you have, man, that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure, man, you get equipped with everything that you need. All right, let me go through here. Let me see if there was any questions. Big Willa, what's up, baby? I'll see you in a couple weeks, man. I mean, I might have to bring my portable. Ain't much water in Manhattan, you know. At least downtown where we're gonna be at. So let me see if we have any questions on here. If not, man, we're gonna go ahead and check out here. I want to thank you guys again. Don't forget, go to my website, donovandarius.com, man. It's my new website. This summer I'm launching my network. On there, it's gonna have everything that I like to provide out to serve people. Everything from the motivation stuff, inspiration, spiritual development, health and wellness, fitness training, outdoor sport, recreation, you name it, it's going to be there. So go to donovandarius.com, okay, and just go ahead and sign up. It just take 10 seconds just to sign up, just to make sure when I send out stuff, you get a chance to get notified with that as well. And so listen, I hope that this has been good. Thanks, Brandon. Chris said, want to help me get a fundraiser fishing tournament going for saving Carter, okay. Ms. Crystal, I think that's going to be a great cause. If I can help in any way, let me know. My biggest challenges are schedules and the amount of things that I have to do. But again, I'm always encouraging what people do to live from the inside out. That means to find out, hey, what can they do to help other people and do that, all right? So I wish you nothing but the best with that, all right? I want to give a shout out to everybody else that's got on here. Miss Tracy Perlman, you know what I mean? Dre, you may have to step my game up. Oh, Dre, come on, Dre. You got to put the words in here so I can read this, John. Have to step my game up. You'll win pro on us. I remember saying fishing is highly addictive. Loving the tips. Salt life. There you go. All right, Dre. Get your game up, bro. Get your game up. Jason Ferguson, you ain't playing. Nah, man. Listen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right, right? If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. And I want to give a shout out to everybody else, man, if you guys been enjoying. Listen, let me know if there's any questions you have on these things. I'll let you know. You guys have a great day today, man. Peace out. Peace, hair grease. Go catch some fish. Put them in some grease. No, but have a good time today, man. I look forward to hollering at y'all later. Peace out.